Hello and welcome to Wags and Whiskers, an informative pet program on WOTVC, brought to you by the Miami County Animal Shelter and Troy Animal Hospital and Bird Clinic. I'm Marcia Doncaster, the director of the shelter, and this is my co-host Thor. Today's program is going to be about the adoption process at the shelter, how it works, what it costs, and what is included in that. We're also going to be meeting a family later that has adopted a pet from us, and we're going to check in and see how that dog's doing and how the process worked for her. All of our pets at the shelter are back in our kennel area and available for you to see anytime during regular business hours. We're open from Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Wednesday from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. till noon. When you come in and go into the kennel area, you're welcome to go back, take a look, and see everything that we've got back there. There are identification cards on each door in front of the kennel that will let you know the breed of the dog, the age of the dog, whether it's a male or female, and how and when the dog came into the shelter. You can get the number. There's a number at the top of each kennel, and you can get that number, bring it up to the front desk, give it to one of our officers, and they would be glad to give you any further information that we have on that dog. If you'd like to meet that dog, we would get the dog out, and we have an indoor meet and greet area where you're welcome to see them, sit down and interact with them and play with them. And then if you are still interested, we have an outdoor kennel area. It's actually 2 exercise pens that you can go out and play with them in a more natural surrounding. If you have a current dog, we do recommend that you bring your dog in to meet them. We can take them to the outdoor area and see how they do, see if they get along, because the last thing we would want you to do is to adopt a dog, get it home, and then find out that the 2 dogs don't get along. So it's a whole lot better, and it's a lot easier on everybody if you do bring your dog in. And we would also ask that you bring your family in too, everybody that's going to be living there, because we want to make sure that everybody's going to get along with the dog and that the dog gets along with each person. Each dog that comes into the shelter as a stray dog is required to be held for 3 business days if they're not wearing a current license tag. If they are wearing a current license tag, they still have to be held for 14 days. This allows the owner the opportunity to come in and reclaim their dog. Dogs that are released by their owners to us can be available within a shorter amount of time. So if you're looking to adopt and they're still in the holding period, we do have what is called a temporary adoption application. You can get that either online or in our office. If you fill that out, we'll put it with the application or with the card, and that just lets us know that you're interested in the animal. It does not obligate you in any way. This, like I said, just lets us know that you're interested in the animal. If the dog is ready to adopt, there are some other things that need to be done. We have paperwork and there is fees involved. First of all, you have to be 18 years old to sign a contract with the animal shelter. We also accept cash or check with a photo ID. So you'll need to bring your driver's license or a photo ID if you have it. Our current fees for adoption is $84 if the dog's not spay or neutered, $54 if the dog is spay or neutered. And what you get with that, what those fees include, would be their first set of distemper shots, a Bordetella nasal injection, which is for kennel cough. You also get your first dose of wormer, your current dog license for the year, and a certificate for a free health exam, which is good for any vet in Miami County. They'll take the office call portion off your bill. What you also get is a $30 certificate towards having them spay or neutered, which is mandatory. There are just too many dogs in shelters just waiting for someone to take them home and make them part of the family. We also ask that you come early. This way it allows you time to visit with the animal, make the right selection, and complete the paperwork, because it's so important that you choose the right dog the first time, because this is a long time commitment. We also work with rescue groups as a last resort adopter, and they will be contacted if they are needed. But our first obligation is to make sure that these dogs get a permanent home the first time. If you're interested in adopting a cat, we do have a separate room where we house our cats and kittens. And you're more than welcome to come in and go in the room and interact with the cats and kittens to see if there's one that would fit your family lifestyle. Those adoption fees are $40 if they're not spay or neutered, or $20 if they are spay or neutered. And it's basically the same thing that you get for those. You get first set of feline shots, distemper shots, a dose of wormer, and the health certificate for the free health exam by any vet in Miami County, and the $30 certificate towards having them spay or neutered, which is also mandatory. Now that you have an idea of our adoption process, let's meet with our new family and see how they're doing. How about that, Thor? You want to see them? Yes? Yes? Okay. Well, we're going to meet with them and we're going to see how they're doing. Well, welcome back to Wags and Whiskers. I'm here with our guest today, Marie, and her newly adopted puppy, Chloe. So tell me, Marie, how's the puppy adjusting to the family?
Chloe's doing very well. She's getting adapted into the family life with us. The kids really enjoy having her around, and we do have an older dog that at first meeting, everything went really well. Charlie is his name, and Chloe and Charlie, first meeting, they did their thing, you know,
Yeah.
the sniffing, and he was good to her. As time went along, he wanted to show his dominance, so we had to really watch over them a little bit when they were together, but now they're adjusted fine, and
Right.
Charlie he loves having her around.
Yeah. How long did it take for the two of them to get along? And
We noticed it was at least probably a good month.
really?
Of them really trying to work out, you know, the dominance. And Charlie at that time was a little bit bigger than Chloe, but now Chloe has grown, so she can hold her own with him.
And what kind of dog is your other dog?
He's a little Yorkie.
Oh, Yorkie.
Yeah.
So that's a good size, because that way they're kind of equal, and it's not like Thor, who looks like a Shetland pony next to him. So yeah, it's good that they're both the same size or close to the same size. So now that they're getting along and everything, on the adoption process, tell me how that worked for you. You had to fill out a temporary application.
Yes,
Yeah.
I found that online, printed the application off and filled it out, and it's an easy application to fill out. Just faxed it back into the animal shelter and went from there.
Yeah. When you found out that you had been selected for the puppy, how did you prepare your house and the family? How did you tell them?
Oh, it was the best news ever, for one. But we made sure that we had the appropriate things that we needed that come along with adopting a dog. A kennel, we got a smaller cage appropriate for her size. Of course, you need the doggy bowls, the brushes, the collar, the leash, the manicure to take care of her nails, puppy shampoo.
Yeah.
We are still in the process of doing the puppy training pads.
Okay.
So those work out really well when we're at work, because we don't cage them all day long. So, you know, it helps out with that.
And she's on puppy food, right? And your adult dog has adult food. So we want to make sure that you have the correct food for the age of your dog or the size of your dog. So with this little thing, you're going to need puppy food, and you're going to need it with the small bites, not the great big chunks. So it looks like she's getting along very well. What's been your biggest adjustment having 2 dogs instead of 1?
I would have to say, you know, just really watching over what they're doing. With her being a puppy, she likes to chew on things, so we wanted to make sure that she had the appropriate toys. Chewy bones are a big thing because there is a couple of spots on my cupboards that she got into the corners of.
Uh-oh.
Nibbled on the sides.
It's a puppy thing.
It is a puppy thing. But it was, you know, if we have the bones for her, the chewy bones, she's less apt to do that. So, you know, and really just watching over their interactions with each other. Yeah, they do well with each other.
Right. Yeah, and you want to make sure that you have enough toys to go around, because if you have 1 toy and 2 dogs, that usually doesn't go very well. Of course, we all know that whichever toy that the puppy's playing with, the other dog's going to want, and vice versa. So, but it looks like she's doing well. Do you have any suggestions for anybody that might be either looking for a dog or is looking to come to the shelter? Or?
Yes, as far as finding the right fit for you, the adoption site, the animal shelter site, has a listing of several dogs. So you can look at that and then go and do research to figure out what would be a good fit for you. Chloe is the appropriate size to be able to take walks. You know, she's full of energy. She's she's a lot of fun to have around. But you know, where Charlie, our other dog, he's a little shorter legged. It takes him a little bit longer, and his little paws can't go as on the longer walks.
Right.
So we'll just maybe do a couple of blocks with him, take him home, and then take Chloe out for the rest of the way.
Right. Well, it looked like she's well taken care of. She's doing well. She looks good. She's got a great personality. So we do recommend you check out your shelters first when looking for a dog. And Marie, I want to thank you so much for coming down here and letting me see Chloe again. The last time I saw her, she was just a teeny tiny, maybe 3 pounds. So I want to thank you for coming down, and I do wish you a lot of luck with her, and make sure you send us some pictures.
Absolutely.
We'll put it on our Happy Endings board, and we'll have everybody take a look at her, because I know there's people that still remembers her.
Yeah, and absolutely. And I want to thank you for the ease of the adopting process, finding the application online, finding the right match, and actually going into the shelter, and the ease of filling out the paperwork there. I mean, it's really it's a simple process, but it's a great process.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
We'll see you later.
All right. Thank you.
Well, it looks like another happy ending for one of our shelter dogs. I want to thank you for watching our show today, and I hope that we've been helpful to you. If you're interested in adopting one of our dogs, we recommend that you check our website, and you can see all of our adoptable animals. And keep watching WOTVC for future programs. And remember, don't pity a shelter dog, adopt one. Isn't that right, Thor? Come on, let's show him one more time. Come here. Yes? Adopt? Yes? Okay. All right, we'll see you next time on Wags and Whiskers.